All right. I always start the video the same way, right? It's just, all right. And then we get right to it, right? Um, so basically, I guess I'm gonna just make a video. We just gonna talk about Ninja Gaiden 4, right? Talk about something that everybody apparently since the last short that Team Ninja dropped with the whole weapon switching thing, everybody got a problem with. So we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it unbiasedly. I'm gonna play this video in the background of Ninja Gaiden 2, by the way. It's gonna be on the screen in the background. But basically we're gonna talk about it unbiasedly, right? So is what's the good about it, what's the bad about it. I'm gonna try to, like, even if I dislike it or am upset with like what it is, like, you know, I want to explain my piece. I also want to talk about like what's good about it, like why people hate it, why people love it, whatever, right? So we're gonna talk about Ninja Gaiden 4, I guess, right? So something that's very important in games is the identity of your game, right? So the whole thing with this Ninja Gaiden 4, why it's split into two sides, outside of the fact that, you know, whether you like Ninja Gaiden 3 or hated Ninja Gaiden 3, this Ninja Gaiden 4 thing, outside of that, like, let's say you never played Ninja Gaiden 3 before. Let's say Ninja Gaiden 3 just didn't exist. You went from Ninja Gaiden 1 to 2 to 4, right? So the whole thing with Ninja Gaiden 4 now is half the game is Platinum Games, half the game is Team Ninja. But the majority of what was shown was Platinum Games, right? So now you're seeing, after this weapon switching video, is, oh, this game is too much Platinum Games. There's hardly any Ninja Gaiden. And it's like, there's people who are mad at other people who are mad at that. It's like, you can't be upset because of how another person feels. Excuse me. You can't be upset at how another person feel, bro. Like they're gonna either like it or they're not gonna like it. You know, I'm not saying ignore it completely. Like, you know, you can ignore it. That's up to you. But sorry, I was getting distracted. There's so many ninjas on the screen. I forgot I did this fun video a long time ago. But right, whether you love or hate it, you can't get upset at another person the way they feel. So we're gonna break that down, right? All right. If you saw the last video on Team Ninja shorts, basically before that video came out, I said, hey, Yakumo's gameplay is gonna be all platinum. He's gonna have the launcher, the amount of time that you're doing air combos is gonna feel like Bayonetta style, right? And then the Hayabusa stuff is gonna feel like Ninja Gaiden, right? But people are like upset because, like, it's like bro, like this is not Ninja Gaiden. This is a platinum game. Not that that's bad. I welcome all Devil May Cries, Bayonetta games. I love those games. I always play them, and I'm sure a lot of other people enjoy those games too. But when you title your game Ninja Gaiden 4, that becomes a problem, because every game usually that is a sequel to another game, this being the third sequel, is 3 games after the first game, right? You take what the previous game did and you advance on that. You take the same thing, you add to it. Take the same thing, add to it. Take the same thing, add to it. I think Ninja Gaiden 3 is a step back, but I'm gonna keep my bias out of it. I can't sit here and say, oh, Ninja Gaiden 3 didn't add more tools to your more animations and attacks to like your weapons and stuff, because it did. It really did do that, right? But at the end of the day, like the game, like, you don't say Ninja Gaiden 3 is a Devil May Cry clone. You can't say that. It's like it's its own game. It's its own identity. Whether it's good or bad game, it's its own identity. Ninja Gaiden 4 is in a state now though where it's like, hey, this game is it plays more like Bayonetta than it does Ninja Gaiden, right? And I think the whole issue with that again is the fact that the game is called Ninja Gaiden 4. Let me run a different video here. Hold on. The fact that the game is called Ninja Gaiden 4, right, makes it so that it's like hey, this is supposed to be a Ninja Gaiden game. So why are we getting the majority of Platinum combat? Platinum Games is my favorite studio, no doubt about that. But if the game is gonna be called Ninja Gaiden 4, I want to be playing Ninja Gaiden. You could put a smidget or whatever of Platinum in it, but it's called Ninja Gaiden. Like, I want to play Ninja Gaiden, right? So, the fact that also the game is like it's still not confirmed because this could always change. But the game is majority of Yakumo and less of Hayabusa is like, that's another thing. Like, you could have, I feel like it could have gotten away with it if the game was like titled like Raven Ninja, Ninja, or even it don't even have to be called Ninja Gaiden 4. It could be called Ninja Gaiden Raven, Ninja Gaiden Yakumo, something, whatever, right? So that way, like, you're introducing a new character, but you know in your head, you know it's a side game, but they didn't label it as a side game. They labeled it as a main game. So now it's like, well, if the game is 20% Ninja Gaiden, then you can't really say this is the third sequel to Ninja Gaiden because there's not a lot of Ninja Gaiden stuff in the game, you know? So I think that's the main issue there that everybody is having problems with, is just the fact that he should have got the UT there. It's the fact that it's called Ninja Gaiden 4 and it plays like a Platinum game, you know? And the other issue is like, you're taking steps back, just going back to what I was saying before about sequels in the game. Like, you take the previous game and you add on. Even Devil May Cry, you could hate Devil May Cry 2. Devil May Cry 2, everybody says the words Devil May Cry, but guess what? It still took things that Devil May Cry 1 had and then advanced on that. It made guns a little too good in Devil May Cry 2. That's a fact, man. Let's not forget that. Guns was too good in Devil May Cry 2, but it also it made it so like the devil triggers in Devil May Cry 2, like it focused on like those type of things, like more of being the devil rather than like more of the Dante action. But it also didn't take away from Devil May Cry 1 because you had Trish in Devil May Cry 2, which her playstyle was Devil May Cry 1 Dante. So you still could play Devil May Cry 1 Dante in Devil May Cry 2 as Trish. She had the Sparta sword, she had the end of game Dante and everything, you know? And then you also had Lucia, she was an extra character. Devil May Cry 3 took all that, boosted up another power level, right? Devil May Cry 4, regardless of whether you like the game or hate the game, you know, the levels we could all understand, like, hey bro, you just play the same levels backwards. Understandable, right? But the core game was leagues better than Devil May Cry 3. That's undebatable. If you debate that, that's kind of wild. But Dante, like, being able to style switch anytime, and Nero is a new. He's like, Nero is like, if you took Dante, you took the Swordmaster Dante, and then you added a grab mechanic to it. That's cool. That's cool. You didn't take a step back because you still have Dante. You still have Dante in the game with all of his moves, with all of his styles at the same time. And he had all of his weapons in that game at the same time. Then you say Devil May Cry 5. Yo, bro, he's going to have all the weapons, all the guns. There's going to be like, how many characters were in the, oh, I'm thinking there was before Devil May Cry 5, there was Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, right? Which added Trish. That was my favorite character, and Lady and Virgil in the game, right? Then Devil May Cry 5 came out. You had Dante, Nero, V, Virgil, right? Virgil being DLC, right? But it took what the previous Devil May Cry did, added on it. Going back to Ninja Gaiden, you can't tell me, this is outside of this Yakumo thing, right? You can't tell me that when they made Ninja Gaiden 3, having just the dragon sword was a good idea. There's no like, I don't know, there's no timeline where, where that's a good idea, bro. There's no timeline. Doctor Strange looked at it, he said, I don't see no results. There's no timeline where that's a good idea, right? And you saw that it's a bad idea. So why in Ninja Gaiden 4 would you go back to that? Why would you do that again? That doesn't make any sense. Yo, let's put Hayabusa in the game with one weapon. Why? Like, people enjoy Ninja Gaiden because it's Ninja Gaiden, bro. You got different weapons, you got different play styles to play. Sure, Yakumo has a bunch of different weapons, but if the Bayonetta DMC type of style is not the way that somebody like likes to play a game, they rather play it the Ninja Gaiden way, that which is why they are into the series. Taking that away from them doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. It's like, bro, so like, yeah, so you know that Ninja Gaiden, you know, all of that we made, you know, that the thing that you like, yeah, we're gonna take that away. That's backseated. Enjoy that new stuff, that new gameplay though. Like, but why? Why would you do that? That's the real question I have for this video. Why would you do that? Why is Ninja Gaiden the Ninja Gaiden part of the game the backseat? That's what I don't get. I feel like Platinum Games should have just made this game, and then they had Team Ninja, a Team Ninja DLC or expansion pack that brings in Ryu Hayabusa, and you play Ninja Gaiden. That's how I feel the game should have been now. Like, it's just, I just don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Other than that, I also want to get on Team Ninja too, because it's like, these guys tend to like not see backlash from any of their fan base until the game is out. Like, the game comes out and then all of a sudden Ninja Gaiden 3, for example, it gets a 1 out of 10, and then it's like, oh, yeah, sorry, we want to address the fan concern that, you know, there's only the dragon sword in the game, and we plan on adding more weapons as DLC. And it's like, bro, but this game, Ninja Gaiden 4, we telling you before the game comes out, like, what we're critical about. Sure, not every fan base is right. Like, of course not. Like, you can't cater to everybody. But we telling you, like, the majority is telling you, like, yo, having one weapon sucks. Like, it sucks. Like, nobody wants to play one play style, and that's it. Like, it just sucks, right? And it's like Team Ninja just, they don't make no videos. They don't address nothing. And I'm still waiting on this video, by the way. I'm still waiting on the fact that Team Ninja still hasn't made a video about the content in the game, bro. Like, I've said that since before the Summer Games Fest season. Like, I'm like, bro, like, are they gonna talk about like what's in the game besides the gameplay? Like, you can't just go off the fact that it has cool combat. Like, it has cool combat, but what else is in the game? What does the game have to offer? We still don't know. We still don't know, bro. And then the game's gonna come out and it's gonna be like, well, this is whack, but guess what? If a person had the chance to sample it or play it before then they could see and tell you, like, and criticize, not in a bad way, but criticize, like, yo, maybe you should fix this, go about this. I think this will benefit players a better way. And then, you know, Team Ninja, before the game comes out, they're like, okay, we looking to revamp this mode or this material of the game, and it becomes better than what you saw in the previous gameplay. You know what I mean? But I don't know what Team Ninja thinks. And y'all know Team Ninja used to be my favorite studio, and the reason I got away from it is not just because of Ninja Gaiden 3. It's just because, like, they just seem to follow this copy and paste type of like just gameplay style, bro. Like, I don't understand. Is like, I get it, like, make what is winning, but like, God, like it just feels like everything is that they've been doing is copy and paste. He should have died there. That's crazy. It feel like everything that they do is copy and paste. It's like Neo 1, then there's Neo 2, and now it took to Neo 3 to see, like, everybody has complaints about Neo 3, where it's like bro, like this is the big step back. Like it's just Neo 1 with this instead of this ability, you know? Like it's like, bro, it's the same. Somebody got mad at me because I said that what's the game called? Rise of Ronin, and mainly Rise of Ronin, and what's the other game? Wulong. Like they all are like, I say that they the same game in the sense that it's a copy and paste of the whole, like, that Neo type of stamina soul style of the game, you know what I mean? Like it's all started from there. Yeah, it could have a different mechanic, but the game is not really different, because if you had added that feature to one of the previous games, it still would be that game. Example, if you kept Neo 1 the same and you added Neo 2's demon abilities, it would still be Neo 1, just with added the ability. That was a crazy kill. I don't remember killing Marvis. Not like that. Not with the Dragon Sword. But yeah, man, it's just they rub me the wrong way now, man. But I try to keep my unbiasedness, man. I keep it the same as, you know, just Team Ninja. I have hope for you, but y'all gotta show me, man, because y'all just be taking too many steps back, and I just can't understand that. Like it boggles my mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's all I wanted to talk about. It's just like, until Team Ninja release a video basically saying, like, you know, this is the content of the game, this is how the game is played. Like, you're gonna do like Yakumo missions, or you could do Yakumo campaign or Hayabusa campaign. It's not a good surprise when it's a bad thing upon release. You're just having hope. But with that being said, I'm gonna keep this video running. We're gonna see the end of this, and that's it.